Hi, and welcome back to Jim Builds. And as you can see, I'm in the Cortina, not in the garage. Finally got the car out, and we're in May now. So 5 months since I've driven the Cortina, near enough. What's happened? Well, as I talked about last year, I had a few issues, took the Cortina off the road, and it's just taken me a bit longer than I wanted. Been a few other things going off, which aren't Cortina related, but they seem to be okay now. So, what have I done? As you would have hopefully seen, I now have 2 speed wipers, and that's all working great, which is quite nice. But I've not used them yet, so fingers crossed I don't need to today because I've just given her a quick bath before I came out, so I'm hoping I don't need to. Moving on from last year, I decided that I'd remove the cylinder head. Reason for that is I believed, and I still do, well, I do because I saw it, is that the threads that hold the inlet and exhaust manifold on were pretty ropey. Given they are 50 odd years old, I think I'm going to let them slide on this. So the head came off. It was easier to take the head off than it was to do it in situ. Plus, it meant I could start trying to look at the ignition timing. So now I have new threads in my old cylinder head. They went on very nicely. I timed the engine up and it seems to be okay, but there's bigger issues there. And those issues are basically the fuel and the spark. I have rebuilt another carburetor for the Cortina, another 2836 DCD. Bought it off eBay, and it looks like the jets in my old carb have been drilled out because, as you can see, these two aren't the same. They're printed the same. One's definitely bigger than the other, so that might be where some of that overfueling's come from. But the intention is to start getting some miles put on her and try and get into a rolling road. Somebody who knows carbs and old school engines and all that business and can try and get it set up. And the other big thing are the wheels. So I loved the 6s and the 7s I had on last year. I thought they looked really cool, but 7s do not gel with these cars. It hadn't caught the arch lips, it actually caught the wheel tub. So as the tub comes in, so the 7s have gone. The 6s are now on the back, and I've got 4.5s on the front, the original wheels, but they've been powder coated. I decided to go darker with it because I fancied something different, and I kind of thought the silver was a bit light, and I've gone completely the other way. I love it. I think it's great. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to put hubcaps on. I've bought some, but we'll see. What else have I done? Oh, the exhaust. Yeah, that. I couldn't do that till the cylinder head was off. Sorry, back on. But one thing I found was that the over axle drop on the rear part of the axle had actually hit the handbrake rod. Both are fine. My handbrake rod didn't come out as well. It's got a bit of a dent, but it still works. As well as one of these handbrakes does work anyway. So I've just had to lengthen it ever so slightly and change the mounts. And that's about it, really. I think with everything that's gone off, I had lost a bit of motivation with it. And even though I drove it for 2 months and then didn't, it was quite hard. But back on the road again, as the old song goes. Now, I've got some ideas for things I want to do this year. Obviously drive it, but I want to do some stuff where we challenge myself a little bit with some of the things that I do. So At some point I will be daily driving it, going to some shows, and hopefully getting some people involved to come and join me in the car, because there's plenty of seats, but that's for another day. Anyway, I'm still alive, still working on her, and hopefully having some more fun on the road rather than off it. Hope you enjoyed this quick update, and I will see you soon. Take care.